What is up, everybody? We're gonna take a ride out to Sacramento again. It's kind of take 2 of our trip from last weekend. Trying to get my phone fixed. So we will take care of that today with a 5% chance. Last weekend it was like completely clear skies. You know, no clouds at all. But yeah, we are taking a chance today. But oh my God, seriously, people can be such assholes sometimes. Because what you're doing is you're compounding the situation, right? You want the person to go, but the person obviously isn't comfortable with going. And then you honking behind them is just making it worse, making a situation where someone's not comfortable going even less safe for that person. Anyway, don't be an asshole. That's the moral of that story. But I thought on our way out to Sacramento today, we'd take a little bit of time to answer an Ask Me Something question. And this question was submitted by K-Pont. And the question from K-Pont is a 2-parter. The first part is, I like that little backfire that my exhaust gets every once in a while. There it is again. The first part of the question is, as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? And the second part of it is, what is your idea or impression of living the American dream and my meaning of success? So let's answer this question here in order, so I can try to keep my thoughts all in a linear order. And so the first part is, as a child, what did I want to be when I grow up? So I was kind of like one of those, one of your stereotypical American kids. I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a fireman. All those things that little boys want to be. And when I say this, I say it like, nowadays, I think the pressure is slightly less, and it depends on what region you live in, I think. But back in the day, the boys wanted to be, very layman's terms, masculine things: firemen, policemen, karate instructors. No, but I did take karate as a child. I never wanted to be an instructor, but I did. It's just those things that you, as a child and as a boy growing up in the 1980s, that boys wanted to be, right? We used to visit the fire station, we visited the police station on field trips and stuff. And yeah, I wanted to be one of those things. Of course, if you've watched previous videos, you know that I am partially colorblind, and in 6th grade, all of those dreams were dashed because they said you cannot be a fireman, you cannot be a policeman, you can't be a pilot. So yeah, that's kind of where I decided, yeah, I guess I can't be those things. But as a child, yeah, I wanted to be a cop, I wanted to be a policeman, I wanted to serve, I wanted to serve my community. And that was in large part due to, again, like I said, wanting to be those things that boys should be, according to society back then. And my dad was in the Army, and my dad always served other people. He was just one of those people that always wanted to help others. He had a pickup, so you'd have to help people move stuff. We used to cut trees down in old orchards, and we'd keep the firewood, and we'd also sell some to people. But my dad was just one of those people, if somebody needed firewood for their fireplace, he wasn't going to try and, this was more to make extra money and less of his business, because he did have a regular job. So anyway, I looked up to my dad, and I wanted to be like my dad. And I wanted to be like my mom, too. My parents were very charitable people. We didn't have a whole lot growing up, but my parents were always into helping others. And, it's just one of those things that when you have a good family and parents who are good people, it makes you, for the most part, want to be like your parents. And that's what I wanted to be. So in generic terms, I didn't really answer that question very directly. But I was your stereotypical boy who grew up in the 1980s. So that's that part of the question. What did I want to be? So the second part of the question is, what is my idea or my impression of what it is to live the American dream. And that's the first part. The second is, what do I find the meaning of success, of being successful is. And the first part of that, the American dream, for me, the American dream is living in a land of freedom. I don't know, for me, there's not much more to it than that. Living in a place where you can practice your own, whatever you believe in, whether it's religion or no religion, but you're still free to live the way that you see fit, and to do that without being infringed upon by the government or being oppressed by tyrannical leadership. So anyway, the American dream to me is to just live here and have opportunities to do all kinds of things. Right now there's a women's march going on in Sacramento. It's almost over. I teach Saturday mornings, so I wasn't able to go, but these are the kinds of things that you want to participate in to have your voice heard. And again, we live in a country where that is allowed, where it's celebrated, and I think every chance you get to take advantage of that opportunity to exercise your freedoms, and you should. And that to me is the American dream. Also, the American dream to me is, being able to work a regular job and then have time afterwards to have that work-life balance, to have a family, to spend time with my family, to get out on the motorcycle, to play sports, and just to have time to not only make the money so that you can have a life and have safety and have security for your family, but also so that you can have fun, right? I think it's not as easy in other countries. And by all means, if you feel like in your country you're living the Swiss dream or the Australian dream,
Go!
or the European dream,
Go!
right? That's a continent. So anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Leave it in the comments if you feel like you're living the dream. Because to me, I don't always say live in the American dream. I always say live in the dream, right? Because to me, you can live anywhere, and as long as you're making the best of your situation and you're happy and your family's happy and safe, you're living the dream, right? So the second part of this question is, what is my meaning of success? And again, these questions are being answered sort of generically, but again, this is just the way I feel. But my feeling of a successful life or finding success is, again, it kind of rolls into the same thing where living the dream is, being successful to me is having that family, that loving family. I don't care, it doesn't have to be a nuclear family. To me, I have friends who are single, who don't want to have a family, who I think are successful people. Does that mean to make a whole crap ton of money? Of course not. Does making a crap ton of money make it easier to live in any country? Sure, yeah, I would say to an extent it makes it easier to live, but at the same time, you gotta find that balance, because it's so easy, right, to just say, I need to get that pay raise, I need to get that promotion, because if I get this much more money, I'll be able to do this, and that'll make me happy, right? You've got to find those things in your life that truly make you happy. And to me, if I was to keep going for every promotion, if I was to keep working my way up the ladder at work, to me that's stressful, and that means more time at work and more time invested in something that I do to make money, and not what I do to be happy. And that's where I find theater, I find my motorcycles, I find my motovlogging, I find the time that I spend with my family and with my friends. That to me is being successful and being happy. It's finding that balance. Now, if you find work and being at work is your happiness, right, it's a lot easier if you're like a professional athlete, right, or an actor, or a singer, or any kind of profession where people think that that life is the dream, because you're playing essentially to make money and you're making a lot of it, right? I think that all depends. I think there are probably actors out there who don't enjoy acting all that much anymore, and maybe aren't as happy and aren't finding as much success as you might think that they are finding or having. So it's all relative. All of these terms, all these things, what did I want to be when I grow up, all this is relative. And I appreciate this question submitted by K-Pom, because really what I want to do with this video is to spark some thought inside yourself as what is it that makes you successful? What is it that you find to be a success? Are you successful in your life? What is it about your life that makes you successful? And you know, I still feel like I'm just a big kid. And when we talk about when I grow up, or what did I want to be when I grew up, I still feel like I'm growing up. You know, I have kids who are thinking about what they want to be when they grow up, and and sometimes I think to myself, you know, what do I really want to be? And right now, I'm just happy. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with my family. I'm happy with the direction we're all going. And I think that for me, my success is my family. And, you know, having that, always that solid base and that constant that I have to come back to. And they keep me grounded. They keep me happy. And really, they're my heart. They're what makes me get out of bed every morning and do what I do. All of this stuff, acting, you know, dancing and doing things on stage and riding my motorcycle and talking to you guys, that's all icing. So I do appreciate you guys being part of that. If you watch my videos, you know, you're part of my success, so thank you very much. But guys, that is all I've got for you today. I hope that you find yourself participating in that conversation down below in the comments. And if you've been on YouTube before, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, just like watching my videos, doing those things helps me find success here on YouTube. Alright guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I'm that one guy, and I am out.